What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with the weekly vendor and rewards refresh for Destiny 2 on March 21st. And so as always in the video, we'll cover all new vendor loot for the week. And that includes the returning Iron Banner today, as well as Banshee's weapons for this week, the Eververse inventory, Ada 1's armor and shaders, plus key content changes, featured Lost Sector exotics, and everything you need to know rewards wise this reset. And so as always, I hope the video is useful guys, and if you enjoy it, be sure to get subscribed for more Destiny content, but otherwise, let's get into it. And starting out, we do have the return of the Iron Banner for the season right here. So Saladin is back in the tower, and we can see the rank rewards available right here. So we've got Bite of the Fox with Rapid Hit and Iron Gaze. The Durham's Claw featured role is Moving Target and Incandescent. That one drops at rank 7. And then the Gunner's Axe at rank 10 has Threat Detector and Opening Shot, but for rank 13 there is the Dark Decider with Dynamic Sway Reduction and Golden Tricorn. Would have been nice if we could get the Vault Shot roll right there. Then we do have the new emblem for the Iron Banner this season, and of course the rank reset that gives an Ascendant Shard. On top of this though, we have extra decoding options, so we can focus all of the weapons that you can see on screen right here. These are the sort of featured ones for the season, I suppose. And the Iron Companion set is still the main featured armor set. Then looking at legacy gear, we've got the weapons from the Witch Queen era of Iron Banner, and a bunch of the older armor sets. So there's the Iron Remembrance sets, as well as the Iron Fellowship set. And there's a second page right here that has the Iron Truage, Iron Will, and Iron Forerunner sets. And these will require Iron Engrams as well as Legendary Shards and Glimmer in order to focus. So let us know if you've been jumping into the Iron Banner this week, guys, and good luck on the hunt for that awesome, tasty loot. Up next, though, we do, of course, have new steps in the season quest, so be sure to visit the War Table and the Helm, and these are new steps for the We Stand Unbroken quest, probably going to be pretty similar to what we've had in other weeks, but it'll be interesting to see what this story component will be. And then over on Neptune right here, of course, we have another refresh for Neomuna, so we've got the new weekly mission right here, and this time it's No Time Left. Of course, that is a pinnacle drop, and then the Vex Incursion Zone has moved to Liming Harbor right here. And we get the Partition mission, which is reset. This one is Hard Reset, which I believe is the one that we had on the first week of Lightfall. Of course, even better, Nimbus's weekly bounty apparently has now reset properly as well. Next though, and for Banshee's featured weapons for the week, of course, the roles will change throughout the week, but initially we've got the Under Your Skin Bow, and this one has Perpetual Motion and Successful Warm-Up. Maybe a bit of fun right there, not the best roll, but not terrible either. The Judgment of Kelgaroth right here, though, has Tilting at Windmills and Impulse Amplifier. And then we've got the Peace of Mind Pulse Rifle with Compulsive Reloader and Elemental Capacitor. Elemental Capacitor is not a bad bonus there, but Compulsive Reloader definitely isn't the best. And then for the Farewell Sidearm right here, we've got Moving Target and Vorpal Weapon. Could be a fun roll. And Negative Space this time has Energy Transfer and Whirlwind Blade, so not a terrible roll on the sword right there today. But for Banshee's second page right here, we've got the 7th Seraph Officer Revolver. This one has Air Assault and High Impact Reserves. We've also got the Jararaka 3SR Scout Rifle. I'm sure I'm butchering that. This is actually a pretty good roll this week, 4th times the charm, and Headstone. So might not be a bad one to pick up on this Stasis Scout Rifle. And then we've got the Redback Sidearm right here with Subsistence and Surrounded, which is also a decent roll for sure. But speaking of decent rolls, the Ikelos Shotgun has Feeding Frenzy and 1-2 Punch. Of course, 1-2 Punch not as popular as it perhaps used to be, especially with things like this being able to get perks like Incandescent in the second slot, but not a bad roll overall, and Feeding Frenzy is one of the better bonuses that you can get in the first slot for that thing. Up next though, we have the Taipan Fusion Rifle. This one comes with Clown Cartridge and Firing Line, so actually a pretty good roll on this as well. Firing Line being the all-important damage bonus, I believe one of the better bonuses that it can get in that second slot. And Clown Cartridge is a pretty good one as well, so not a bad linear Fusion Rifle roll for today. And we also have the Marsilian C with Stats for All and Impulse Amplifier. So give us your thoughts on the weapons that Banshee has, but once again, be sure to check in throughout the week to see if it has any better rolls on any weapons that you might pick up. Heading down to say hello to Ada 1 right here though. This week she's got the Devastation Complex armor available. Of course we're here on the Titan. Can't say any of the stats are particularly stand out right here for the Titans at least, but for the featured shaders, this week she's got the Gold Leaf shader, so this is one from back in Season of Opulence. Pretty cool dark shader with a little bit of kind of gold in there as well. And then we have the Echoes of Io shader, one of the vanilla shaders. I believe this actually came on some of the Io armor, or is a very similar color scheme, so that may be one you want to pick up if you haven't got it. And on top of this, there is the Dead Orbit Vision shader. This is when they first introduced that kind of green into the Dead Orbit colors as well right here. But as always, all of the shaders are 10,000 glimmer each. Finally, for the Eververse store though for this week, in terms of the stuff available for Bright Dust, initially we've got the trap setting exotic emote, which is 3,250 Bright Dust. And here's a quick preview of that one right here, nearly forgot to actually preview it. But there is also the overcharged shell right here, one from back in Season of the Seraph. And you can grab the exotic ghost shell for 2,850 Bright Dust this week. And on top of that, there is the stasis entrance transmat effect available. That's 450 Bright Dust, and then for the featured shaders, initially we have Alliance Pride right here from back in Season of the Lost, and also the Iridescent Coral shader available this week, and as always, these are 300 Bright Dust. Moving to the main Bright Dust page though, there is the Pick a Card multiplayer emote. Now this is a new one for this season. It's a pretty cool one right there, but it is 4,250 Bright Dust. And we're now finally starting to get the armor set pieces for the Eververse set for the season, so the gauntlets are available this week, and as always they are 1,200 Bright Dust now. For 2,850 Bright Dust though, we can pick up the Wanderer's exotic ghost shell right here. And on top of this there is the Lone Howl exotic sparrow, that one's 2,500 Bright Dust this week, and then the Prometheus OSP exotic ship, which is 2,000 Bright Dust. And for 1,250 Bright Dust, the Blooming Guilt ornament right here for the Osteostriga is available this week. This one dropped last season, and it is a pretty cool ornament, so let us know if you'll pick it up down below. We also have the Infinity Door projection right here for 1,500 Bright Dust, as well as the Vibrant Beach shader. And also this week, the Gloam Strife shader is available, as is the Transcendental Ambition shader right here, another one from back in Season of the Seraph. But finally, there is the Erebus Glance right here, which is a pretty cool new shader for this season, a very dark one. With a little bit of orange, that kind of purple in there doesn't quite come out on this armor, but probably a pretty cool shader to pick up for fans of darker shaders. Finally though, we have the Plesiohedral State Transmat effect available right there. That one's 450 Bright Dust, as is the Signal Processed Transmat effect. And finally, the Harpy's Cry is also available this week. The final thing to mention right here though are the featured Lost Sectors for the rest of the week. So initially today on March 21st we have the Conflux dropping exotic helmets. Then starting March 22nd we'll see the rotation of Neomuna Lost Sectors, so we'll get Thrillodrome dropping exotic legs. On March 23rd it'll be the Hydroponics Delta dropping exotic arms. And on March 24th we'll see Gilded Precept, and that'll be dropping exotic chest pieces. Then we'll get exotic helmets dropping from Excavation Site on March 25th, exotic legs dropping from Skydock on March 26th, and finally for March 27th, it'll be the Quarry dropping exotic gauntlets. So that may be useful if you're still hunting down any of the exotics from Lightfall. And otherwise, for today guys, that is everything we have to break down in the vendor reset. So, as always, I hope the video has been useful. Let us know what you'll be up to inside of the game this reset, or any items that you plan to pick up from the vendors. But if you've enjoyed the video today, a rating down below really does help us out. And be sure to get subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell so that I can keep you posted with everything related to the game. Otherwise though, thank you as always for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.